Welcome to Mahjong time. Learn how to play American Mahjong in 4 easy steps. The first step is to become familiar with American Mahjong, which is a very exciting style of Mahjong played in the United States. In 1935, this style became very popular, and in 1937, it was standardized in New York. Within this demo, I will be referring to the American style of Mahjong, shortly called the AM style. I will also show you examples of possible in-game combinations. Step 2 is a short description of all the tiles necessary to play an AM game. The tiles we present are slightly different in appearance from the real American Mahjong set tiles, but in general, they show the same signs and are very similar. Currently on our site, we offer different styles of tiles. In order to choose your preferred style of tiles before starting a game, you need to click on the Settings menu, and in the window which opens, select the corresponding style. You can choose the Classic style or the Tournament style. The basic Mahjong set for an AM game has 152 pieces, which contains 36 distinct kinds of pieces, 4 of each kind. There are 3 suits which run from 1 to 9. Bamboos, also called Bam. Characters, also known as Crack. And dots, also called Dot. 4 directional tiles, labeled as East, South, West, and North, 4 pieces each. There are also 3 cardinal tiles named Dragons, or Special Honor pieces. These are labeled as Red Dragon, Green Dragon, and White Dragon, 4 pieces of each. As in other styles, here we have Flowers tiles. Every series marked 1, 2, 3, and 4, 2 of each kind. Comparing to other styles, AM game is unique due to the tiles called jokers. In a game, there are 8 jokers. We are already at step 3. In order to play on our site, you need to create a free account with a specific username and a valid email address. Please note that your account password should be composed of at least 6 and not more than 20 numbers or characters, without any dashes, symbols, or spaces. When you enter your password, please make sure that the caps lock button is not on, as the password is case sensitive. If you are trying to sign up and you receive the message, "This username is already in use," you need to choose another username. After you sign up, you will be taken to the following page where, in order to sign into our site, you just need to click the Play Mahjong Now button. If you have previously created an account on our site, you need to simply open www.mahjongtime.com, enter your username and password, and click on the Go button. In case you forgot your password, you can reset it by pressing the Click Here link. You will be taken to the following window, where you need to enter in one of these fields, either your username or the email you used when registering on our site, and click the Send button. The instructions on how to reset your password will be automatically emailed to this address. After you receive the email, enter your account data. Then click the yellow Play Mahjong button to enter our site. After successful sign-in, you will be taken to our game lobby. Now you will see the different game options. Mahjong School, this is play against our system, computer. Fun games, play with other players, and cash games, cash entry fee and prizes played against other players. Currently, American-style game is not available for cash tournament play. To get familiar with gameplay, start by choosing a Mahjong School game, AM style, Level 1, 0 minimum points, represented in this tab by MP. Remember, in Mahjong School, you will play against our system, but after you get some practice and decide you want to challenge real players, you have the opportunity to join any fun or cash game, or even a tournament. To see details on the game you would like to join, you need to click on the name of the game, and on the upper right-hand corner of the page will appear all the information about this game. Click the Join button to go to the table. Let's get started. We are at the 4th step, which is actually playing a game. You will learn how to enter and play a game, and some unique characteristics of AM style. After you click the Join button, the game will start. This image shows you what a game looks like. As in other styles, we have on the table the wall, from which players receive tiles only when their turn comes. Remember that the turns go counterclockwise. In the game, the red arrow indicates player turns. Each combination or discard should be made in the required time per move shown by the sand clock, which is situated on the bottom left corner of the table. The tiles you are given from the wall represent your hand. Please note that during the game you can see the tiles from your hand and the tiles discarded by other players, but you cannot see the other player's hands. The discards are placed in the middle of the table. Your main goal is to complete a winning hand, which contains 14 tiles. In the AM style, in order to win, the hand you make needs to have the required minimum points, MP. To see if your hand is worth enough points to win, you need to compare the combinations you have with those characteristic to the American style of Mahjong. After each player receives his or her hand, there are the so-called Charleston sequences, which should take place before the game play. The Charleston represents a series of tile exchanges among the players. It offers you the opportunity to get rid of tiles that you do not want by passing them to other players during the Charleston. There are 2 Charlestons in a game, and each of them contains 3 passes. The first Charleston is a required step, and it contains an obligatory passing set, even if a player has drawn a complete set of hands from the wall. In this screenshot, you can see the first pass, in which you need to pass 3 tiles to the player sitting on your right. In the second pass, you need to discard 3 tiles to the player across from you. And finally, the third pass, in which you pass 3 tiles to the player on your left. For this step, you may choose to perform the blind pass, during which you may take 1 or 3 tiles that were passed to you and pass them to the player on the left without looking at the tiles. The second Charleston is optional, and it can be performed only if all players agree. Similarly to the first Charleston, the second Charleston has an optional passing set, which can be done following the same steps. Remember, jokers cannot be passed during Charlestons. After the Charleston comes the optional courtesy pass, which is performed if 2 players who sit across from each other want to perform one last pass. After these sets of passes starts the actual game. Like in other styles of Mahjong, in the AM style, when a player discards a tile, any of the other players may pick it up and complete a set. For example, you can make a pung, which is a set of 3 identical tiles. Note that if you have 2 similar tiles, you can declare a pung with them when you get the tile necessary to form this combination from another player. A kong, a set of 4 identical tiles, or a quint, which is a combination formed of 5 identical tiles, and at least one of them is a joker. And the usual pair. If a player discards a tile but you do not need it to make any combination, you can click Pass. Please note that you can use a joker as a wildcard to call a pung, kong, or quint, and to do this, you need to define it first. In order to define a joker, just click on it and select the Define Joker option. It should be kept in mind that jokers can't be used to replace a single tile in order to complete a pair. Remember, your goal in a game is to form a hand corresponding to the AM rules. And now you already know how to do this according to the above 4 described steps. The easiest way to learn any game is to play it. The best place to do this is Mahjong Time. Click here to sign up for an account, or visit www.mahjongtime.com.